Hello everyone, Chocolo Roberto for another video review. This time we have Mackie's of Scotland, dark chocolate with Scottish mint. Or just mint, it says there. Yeah, so thanks so much to Scotty, regular viewer on this channel. I can never remember his chat handle now, so I can't remember now. It's something like Scott325ish or something like that. Anyway, I'm sure he'll leave a comment or two. So thanks so much again. Yeah, so it's been very very nice of him to send me these, and yeah, I've had it for quite a while now. I've been meaning to review it, and basically just had such a backlog, but I thought enough's enough. I've got to get through. Just got to start reviewing and forget the waistline and just keep going for it. So that's where we are. Yeah, so thanks so much. So I've already reviewed the regular chocolate one. This is obviously the mint one with dark chocolate. Well, let's say regular chocolate. It's the milk chocolate one, and this is dark chocolate now with mint. So yeah, so interested to see what it's like. So I've never had Mackie's or even heard of it before. I think some people in the comments were saying, "Oh, make all sorts of stuff," but it's just totally passed me by, and I've just never seen them. I don't know if it's because I don't live north enough in England or whatever. I don't know, but obviously, if as you don't know, hopefully most of you will. But Scotland is obviously on the northern edge of England, at the top of the United Kingdom. Yes, okay, so before I forget, so I've done about 600 reviews at time recording, 600 videos at least, most of them reviews. So in one of these corners, I think it's this one, you'll see a link. It's probably that one, my luck with these things. Yeah, there's a link there. It'll appear now, and it'll be there throughout the video. It might disappear, but if you hover over it, it'll come back. And if you enjoyed this review, obviously subscribe and check out my other reviews as well via that link, so very much appreciated. Okay, well, back to this one then, of course. So yeah, so this is obviously my second foray into the Mackie's of Scotland world of chocolate. I've got a third one to come, which is this honeycomb one, which I've not reviewed yet, so that's to come. But this one, yeah, this one's the obviously the dark chocolate with mint. So what does it say? Is it mint fondant? What is it? Is it just mint flavoured chocolate? Let's find out. What does it say? Does it say? It says dark chocolate with Scottish mint. So ingredients: Ghanaian cocoa, not Scottish cocoa. Yeah, so it's got so Mackie's 120 chocolate bars, a little bit more chocolate than 100 grams. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know why it says that, but that's interesting. Yeah, so the bar is 120 grams. I mean, it does say 100 grams on the bar. Don't normally say this bar is a bit more than 100 grams. Because often they do give you the nutrition information in 100 grams, which I've always thought was a bit strange. At least, I guess it kind of alludes to the fact that it's maybe they're obliged by law or something to do that. So they've just said, well, this is actually more than 100 grams. So here we go. So it says a 70% cocoa-rich dark chocolate flavoured with a delicate sugared mint crisp. Well, that sounds interesting, mint crisp. So it's not fondant. I like sort of crispy centres in chocolate. So it says, find out more and join us at www.mackies.co.uk and Facebook / Mackie's of Scotland. World class indulgence from a family farm in Scotland. This has got a resealable pack. So interesting on this one. So yeah, so I've been speaking about the colours of mint in different countries, and in the UK it's usually blue or green. So you can see this one's green. Clearly, yeah. Whereas I think it's in some other countries it's symbolised by red and white. Which in the UK is well, it wasn't the case for me anyway. Usually in the UK, as I say, it's very much green and blue are different of the mint colours. But usually peppermint is probably green maybe, and spearmint is probably blue, I don't know. But either way. So that's why this one's green and not red and white or whatever, if you're a non-UK viewer. So interesting, yeah. So so it got 7% cocoa solids, it says. Anything else on it of interest? Mackie's Limited, Westertown, Rotherhamshire, Aberdeenshire, Rotherham, I can't read that. Rovia Norman, I think it says. That's a strange, Rovia Norman. It's unusual, well, I've not heard of it before. Rovia Norman, Aberdeenshire. Yeah, there we go, so interesting. Mackie's got the cow as well, their little logo there, quite cute. And so all this sort of flourishy golden design that's sort of their staple as well, it seems. Right, very nice. Bit of a flourish on top. I think it's typical though for this kind of bar. You can clearly see. I mean, you don't need to do it at all. It's annoying, or most companies do it. I think. I mean, it's partly to help opening the bar, of course, but I think it's a very convenient way of also making the bar look bigger than it is. Most chocolate companies do it. They only don't do it on the very big bars where they don't need to make it look bigger than it is. And in fact, it's probably more to their advantage not to, because it takes up more space when delivering it and stuff like that. You know, so there we are. So it does annoy me, but they all do it. So yeah, so it's about 20.5 centimetres at the moment. So we'll see how that changes. So probably lose a couple of centimetres. All right, I don't think there's much more to say. That's very interesting. We should give it an open. Let's do it. Right, okay everyone, I apologise if I'm not censored. I think I am. It's hard to tell whether I'm censored in the middle of this camera or not. I can't see the screen, but there we go. So fingers crossed I am. So apologies if I'm not. Okay, so let's give this an open. So it's a 20.5 centimetres we measured roughly with the pack. So yeah, about 20.5 centimetres, pretty much exact. Let's give this an open then. It doesn't split down the middle very well. I think it's a resealable pack. I can try not to rip them too much because I don't want to destroy the packaging. So it's a bit damaged, this one. Unfortunately, it was posted to me, so it might be just the way of it. So let's have a see. So I'll just measure it. So we had 20.5 centimetres, so it's not a perfect measurement just because it's broken a bit. So it's 17.5 though, it pretty much is. So it smells a nice mint smell coming from it. 17.5, so it's gone, we've lost 3 centimetres basically, so there we go. So that's broken a bit, this one, unfortunately. But it smells very nice. It's got a very, I would say it's probably a typical minty smell coming from it. You know, it's that crispy mint smell that you get in sort of, not too dissimilar to like, you know, what they're called now, matchmakers, that kind of, you know, if you open that, it's that kind of smell. So it's a typical mint smell. So you can see it looks quite nice. It's got sort of Mackie's spelt down on the segments and a cow in the middle. Mackie's again, so they can't do a they struggle if they did a Yorkie made the bar smaller because they won't be able to spell Mackie's again on it, so unless they made a square smaller, I guess, or whatever, have more squares in. Well, that would make sense either, would it? So yeah, so exactly, so they can't do it. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, so interesting. Yeah, so that's very nice. So yeah, I guess they could make the square smaller, couldn't they? But that's why we measure. That's why I measured it. So there you go. So in case they ever do that, we can tell. So the width wise, yeah, so it's about 7.3 wide, and height wise, it's about 0.7. So there we go. So yeah, this looks quite nice. I think this one's looks quite a nice one. It looks a bit dry, I think you'd say, but I think that's, you know, fair enough. Dark chocolate usually is. There's a lovely smell coming from it. I can't see. I think there's some kind of, yeah, again a bit like the pieces in some matchmakers. It's that kind of shiny. Perhaps there's a shiny. You can kind of see one there. I don't think it catches the light. You can see a bit of shine there. So again, you know, so it's like that sort of candied mint. Yeah, there's a few of them in here, so you can see that crispy. Yeah. I don't know if you can see this. Hopefully it's shining, reflecting on the light, and you can see those little specks of sort of mint crunchy bits. So again, it's very similar, as I say, in the concept at least, to what's in like matchmakers and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. So it looks quite nice. As I say, it does feel like it's going to be a dry chocolate, but it is dark chocolate, as I say. Interesting though. I think matchmakers are sort of like a mix of milk and dark chocolates. This one's purely dark. Yeah. There's a big M there, not a W, then. Yes, I think should be quite interesting. So I think we should give it a taste. Let's do it. Right, okay, everyone. So I'm going to give this Mackie's of Scotland dark chocolate. What's it called again? Dark chocolate mint crisp. What's it called? I think it was just called mint, wasn't it? But unfortunately, I've got the chocolates on the wrappers. I can't see. It's all kind of falling to bits. So what's it actually officially called? So dark chocolate with Scottish mint, or just mint. Depends on which one you're looking at. Yeah, so let's see. Just trying not to slant it too much because all the chocolate will fall out. There we go. Okay. Right. So I'm going to try this M. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's give it a taste. It's very rich dark chocolate. Lots of mint crisp in there. It's It's that same concept as I say as Matchmakers. It's that kind of minty crisp in there. I would say the mint crisps are perhaps a bit smaller. Not quite as intense either. They're very more subtle. Dark chocolate is quite a strong dark chocolate as well, so it's quite rich. It's quite dry as well, the dark chocolate. It's not a interesting one, this one. I think it's a nice take on having a very sort of rich dark chocolate. It's only 70, well, say only, it's 70% cocoa solids, what have you. So I think it says 70%, didn't it? Yeah. So it's not obviously the strongest or richest dark chocolate there is, but it is, you know, 'cause it is strong. It tastes strong. And I think for me it'd be nicer if the mint was a bit, if it's like a fondant sort of creamy mint. I think a bit like an after eight or something. Although it would perhaps maybe feel like it cheapened it a bit to make it into just a glorified after eight. But I think it just needs that sort of. I think for me it needs. Well, it depends what you're after here, really. I think let's go back a step. If you're really after, if you're a lover of dark chocolate, and you can eat just solid block of dark chocolate, and it's not too rich for you. And by dark chocolate, I mean sort of the more higher end in the in regards to the cocoa solids, not like a Bourneville, which is quite sort of still a creamy dark chocolate, with a lot less cocoa solids. I think this one, percentage-wise, I think this one's more for the stronger end. And if you enjoy that, and you just think sometimes you think, oh, I just fancy a bit of a taste or a bit of a hint of mint in there. This is for you basically, because that's what it is. It's a bit of a hint of mint and a bit of a crunch as well. So those very small mint crunchy bits, but they're not as big as, or they don't feel like they're as big as Matchmaker crunchy bits. So a lot more smaller, or they feel smaller. But for me, I think it's a bit too. I don't think it's on the other end of it, if you're someone like myself who likes dark chocolate but doesn't like the extreme stuff, the very dark chocolate, I think this is perhaps just a bit too on that, just slightly still over the edge of being just a bit too much. The mint doesn't help bring that back a bit, really, for me. It doesn't really. If it wasn't there, I don't think I would have changed my mind. I think it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't add. It doesn't lessen the effect of the dark chocolate, the richness and the dryness of it. I think if the bits were maybe bigger, or if they were sort of like a fondant or something like that, maybe. I think that might do it for me and make it a bit more of a nicer bar. But I think it's just a bit too rich for me and a bit too dry. But that's what some people want from dark chocolate. That's what they're after. They're after that sort of dark chocolate taste, not after sort of a manipulated affair, really. Because I guess really, if you're after dark chocolate, you're after dark chocolate, and generally, you want that taste. But obviously, having said that, obviously things like after eights and there's some other things. I've just reviewed one of the Fry's fondant bars, so that in the insides of those, it is dark chocolate on the outside, but it's very much a different affair, really. And I think for me, that's what I would like. I would have preferred it to be something, I think, like that. But then, as I say, it is in danger of going towards that kind of area, which might remove some of the prestige or whatever they're trying to associate with the brand. I'm not really sure on the other kinds of chocolate that they do. But the impression I've got from the ones I've got is it's quite sort of a bit more high-end looking. So I think for me myself, it's not really my cup of tea. I think I do like it though, but it's not one I'd sort of want. It's not one I think I'd buy again, if you know what I mean, because I think I just prefer my dark chocolate to be a bit less rich, a bit less dry, or have something else with it to mitigate against that. As I said, I don't think the mint does it really in this case. So it's a bit, so it's a mixed bag really. As I say, I think if if you really like dark chocolate and dark chocolate's your thing, then this is definitely for you, and you can really up this rating, and you'll know that you'll like this. I think that's the gist of it. But for me, I think I think it's probably going to have to be it's probably going to be a 2.5 out of 5. I think for me, it's just a bit too dry and a bit too. I wouldn't say it's strong. I'm not even sure if it's too rich really either. I wouldn't say it's even rich. I think it's just perhaps just more on the dry side of things. yeah, I think that's my beast. I don't think it even has that sort of richness that you would expect from a dark chocolate really either. I think it's missing that. And I quite like that richness as well sometimes. I think that sort of does elevate something, make it a bit more of an experience. But I don't think it has that. It's just a bit of a dry taste. And maybe the richness is lost because of that mint, sort of subtle mint taste. It's not a strong mint taste either. Yeah. So yeah, I think. So I think 2.5 out of 5. I think for me, I think I've just had nicer dark chocolates and I've had nicer sort of minty experiences in chocolate, both dark and otherwise. And I think this one doesn't really score. It doesn't really work on both sides. I don't think for me, which is a shame. But as I say, if you're really into, I'm saying if you're really into dark, but as I say, I don't feel like there's a richness there. So it's a very hard one. I think there's just dryness to it, and I don't feel like there's much of a richness there to it. As I've been dabbling in it a bit, and I don't know. So I'm not sure if it's really even got that. And as I'm not a dark chocolate connoisseur, so I don't know for sure what dark chocolate lovers are after when they sample dark chocolate. But I do feel like it's a bit more than what this is offering. So I might go back a bit on what I said about the dark chocolate lovers maybe liking it. I'm not sure. Hard for me to say. But for me, yeah, I think it just lacks the richness to it. The mint doesn't quite. It's very much a subtle mint. So for me, it doesn't bring it back or offer it or accompany it to sort of mitigate against the dryness or whatever to sort of balance it out. So yeah, so it's not unpleasant or anything like that, but it's just not really what I'm looking for in a dark chocolate, I don't think. As I say, too dry, but not really rich either. And the mint, as I say, doesn't really add much to it. It's just too subtle. I think if it was bigger, maybe it would, bigger chunks or a stronger mint, maybe. But then again, as I say, would it detract even more from? Or would it do well? Is it detracting from the richness? I'm not sure. Even if it is, I think the richness just isn't there. So, yeah. So, not too impressed with this one. Oh, sorry, Scotty, but thanks for sending it me. Yeah, not my. Yeah, I think. Yeah, as far as dark chocolate goes, I don't think this is the best I've tasted, I must say. Which is a shame. Yeah, but there we go. I think I'd just be labouring the point if I said anything more. So 2.5 out of 5 for me. Well, let me know what you think as well. Let me know if you've had Mackie's chocolate, what your favourites are of that brand, and what you think of this, of course, and dark chocolates in general. Let me know, and mint, of course. Yeah, great to hear from you, and about anything as well, of course. Just leave a comment off if you can. It's always great to hear from you, and I do reply. So, don't feel I'm just trying to get you to make a comment for the sake of it. And of course, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Patreon if you can as well. All the other things, you know the drill. Okay, thanks again, Scotty, and sorry it wasn't my perfect cup of tea, but let me know what you think about it as well. You never really said if you like it, so let me know. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. See ya. Bye.